All right, so we had a bit of news drop this morning of it's a new program that PlayStation has coming out that they're so Eric Limpel is put out a blog post on the Sony Interactive Entertainment blog. What you would think this is like, trying to help content creators come in do marketing. It's kind of like the 2K Next makers and like the Capcom partnership program and all that. Well, let's jump into this. Let's read through it and figure out exactly what this is all talking about, what it's saying, the ins and outs, and all that stuff. So, this week we're welcoming a variety of cultural influencers. Starting off on a great foot with this. To the PlayStation family through a newly launched program, PlayStation PlayMakers. We sat down with Eric Lippel, Senior VP and Head of Global Marketing at Sony Interactive Entertainment, to chat about the program and what fans can expect. So, you have Sony overall as a corporation, and then Sony Interactive Entertainment is like the head of PlayStation Studios. So, yeah, this is the higher ups. Anyways, so SIE Blogs, thanks for joining us today, Eric. So can you tell us about PlayStation Playmakers and who they are? Eric, they are a group of passionate PlayStation fans who also happen to be some of the most exciting creators, athletes, actors, artists, gamers, entertainers, and pop culture today. We're excited to partner with these Playmakers on an ongoing basis to celebrate their passion for gaming and PlayStation, provide early looks and behind the scenes access, and offer unique experiences for fans. The Playmakers are a dynamic talent network that will continue to evolve and grow. They're part of our journey to inspire gaming fans and prove the power of play. So, as a content creator, we have been looking for ways of getting early access and behind the scenes access to games. And actually, for all of us that absolutely love this shit and make videos pretty much daily on this stuff and talk about it nonstop and everything, all of us content creators that are not like influencers, but just like we just love to make videos and promote our favorite things on the internet. We have been looking for early access and behind the scenes. So you think this would be really cool and awesome and a big new deal. So who's part of the Playmakers? This is where things start to go a little, Eric, we're thrilled to welcome cultural tastemakers from around the globe, like NBA icon LeBron James. That's a very controversial name right there. Country star Jimmy Allen. I have no idea. Actor, comedian King Bach, so TikToky, Vine, all that. Professional BMX athlete Nigel Sylvester, I don't know. WNBA All-Rookie Melissa Smith, Jamar Chase of the NFL, CD Lamb, French football, freestyle Lisa, okay, Brazilian content creator Julio. I'm not even going to attempt it. So that's the first time they've said content creator in this. So it's a football. We have WNBA, we have NFL, we have BMXers, we have comedians, and then we have somebody from the NBA and a singer. And then one content creator right here because they have to add somebody that's diverse in this conversation, and a variety of other stars from the world of gaming, sports, esports, and entertainment. So basically, unless you have a giant following, this is not for you. Too bad. Stay tuned to their social channels for some fun surprises this week. So how did you approach bringing together these partnerships? We're privileged to have worked with some amazing creative talent over the years. Our approach has always focused on partnerships with genuine PlayStation fans who love to share. Focus on partnerships with genuine PlayStation fans who love to share their passion with friends, family, and community. So basically, you're small content creators, not the giant guys, the smaller guys that do it for free all the time because we don't have the numbers even get paid off from YouTube or Twitch or this one or that one. Okay. Well-represented diversity of PlayStation community. Why are you launching this program now? 23 is going to be a really exciting year for PlayStation fans. We're seeing a wonderful response from gamers to the DualSense Edge Wireless, PSVR 2, games like Horizon Call of the Mountain, Hogwarts Hogwarts, as well as upcoming releases like Destiny 2, Lightfall, MLB The Show. Yes. Okay. Yes. They have an amazing lineup. PSVR 2 is looking awesome. I haven't seen too many people talking about the DualSense Edge. I'd love to get my hands on it because that controller is pretty much everything that I would want in a blueprint for a PS5 controller, or a controller overall. Many gamers are finally able to get their hands on the PS5 console. Yes, according to PlayStation, the console shortage is now over, which I haven't seen too many people argue that as much. So I think that, if you go down to a store, there's a very good chance you can actually see a PS5 console sitting in there. It's not just out of stock. It's still out of stock on the websites and such. The last time I checked, but if you are really intent on getting a PlayStation 5, you can find one here and there. I mean, you could already anyways, but you just have to pay through the roof for it. Anyways, millions of viewers are turning into Last of Us on HBO. I just got done watching the last episode. It was great. HBO Max every week, while new players are experiencing Joel and Ellie's story in The Last of Us Part 1. Absolutely. Highly recommend go and check out The Last of Us Part 1 and 2. Both games are probably one of the best stories ever told in gaming history. Our PS5 remake of a fan favorite game, which is also released next month on PC. I can't wait for that. We're going to do a big old stream for that. So it just felt right to launch this program early this year as we paved the way for some fun collaborations to come. And this is a trailer. We already know this trailer. This is just like, we have all these games coming out very soon. So blog, what are the origins of the LeBron James partnership? So LeBron James, just real quick, let's just see, for the sake of things. Once again involved in controversy regarding a deleted tweet in the wake of a police shooting in Columbus, Ohio. Your next accountability. Yeah, it's like LeBron is not a good one to have on your side. He runs off with the mouth about different stuff in both politics and just like agendas and such. There's a reason why he's been dropped from a few different sponsorships over the years and all that. It's LeBron is not one. It's like just his involvement with different organizations and such. We don't need that in the gaming space. Like if you went with different creators that are just like, okay, I care basically just about gaming and that's it, you'd have a hell of a lot easier time of pushing this program. But if you're bringing in somebody like LeBron James of all damn people, there's a reason why people stopped watching the NBA, because LeBron was making such a big fit about just like all this political stuff and everything. We don't need politics in and around the gaming space. We just don't need it. We already have enough politics in the gaming space. We don't need outside politics to come in there also. Avid gamer and passionate about his family and his community. When we share the creative for our all parents can relate campaign, it was a natural fit because he and Bronny are such a big God of War fans. You just wanted more fan support for basically all the ones that are on the TikToks and this and that stuff. Going, oh my God, LeBron, yeah, I know that guy from the TV and the news and stuff. And when it's bad when an athlete isn't known as much for, he's always on the news. He's always on social media, tweeting some stuff that everybody, that riles people up and everything. Athletes of the old days, it was because they worked their ass off to get a championship. So LeBron is more about, to me, LeBron is more of like a celebrity than he is an athlete. He's so much more about selling you stuff than he is like competing for a championship. That's just the way I see all these athletes, or most of these athletes nowadays, especially somebody like a LeBron James. So what's next for PlayStation PlayMakers? Stay tuned for exciting collaborations with our PlayStation PlayMakers that will showcase their creativity and passion for gaming and directly engage our global fan community. So this is almost like a pros versus Joes situation right here. Once again, these companies, they try and bring in celebrities, and then the celebrities are like, oh my God, yeah, I play this, I love it, yeah, this is so cool. Nobody cares. When they see like I don't know, a Ninja, Mr. Beast, Dr. Disrespect, you see somebody, even those guys are controversial at times, but You see these, these big names in and around the field of gaming that are, we don't need celebrities to promote gaming. We already have your internet celebrities, which basically, if I see somebody that is like a giant internet celebrity, like an influencer on your Twitches, on your YouTubes, on your whatever, and they put a good word out for a certain product of like, this game is actually really cool, you should give it a try. Boom, that's like 1 million sales right there. 2, 3, 4, 10 million sales right there, because word of mouth starts getting around that the product is good. That's all we really need for influencer type of stuff. Whenever I'm promoting something on channels, it's the product is basically selling itself. Let's say it here. If a game is good, the word of mouth will get around. You show off the game that it's good, it's working proper, it's fun. Boom, that thing will catch fire like wildfire, and the next thing you know, everybody's playing it. That's just the way it works. Like the Hogwarts situation, there was a bunch of controversy around it for one reason or another, and word of mouth got around. That thing sold, I think it's 12 million units now, or some, it's some crazy number that Hogwarts has sold. Do I really care about Hogwarts? No, but there was good enough word of mouth. I checked it out. The reason why I checked it out, because everybody, it looked like a AAA product. It runs pretty much like a AAA product. I'm like, I don't care about Harry Potter or any of the controversies or any of that stuff. I'm just going to check this out just to see if it's maybe halfway decent. There's another game that did this too with Dragon Ball. For people who don't know, there is a little fighting game called Dragon Ball FighterZ. There was a lot of people that have never even touched a fighting game ever, because they're just like, fighting games are very hard to get into. Dragon Ball FighterZ got those people to check out a fighting game. Why? Because word of mouth was so good, the game looked so good, it ran so well, that people were just like, I'm going to give it a try. Mortal Kombat does this a lot too. So, and then you have the opposite effect too of like Forspoken, where, the game looks like it could be really, really fun. People got hands on with it. The word of mouth got around. Not so much. It didn't click with people as much. And now we're also seeing it with PSVR 2, where again, everybody's like, well, it's VR. It's never going to catch on. Who cares? Word of mouth is starting to get around. The PSVR 2 is good. Now people want to get PSVR 2. The product will sell itself. We don't need celebrities coming in to be like, guess what? LeBron James plays this. You should too. This is not the 90s anymore. Nobody gives a shit. What we need is good products. Just, people just to sell the product. If the product is good, it will sell. If it's something that people really want to jump into, there's a reason why Call of Duty, everybody complains about it every single year, yet it sells top grade. It sells just, it's ridiculously a lot of amount of a ton of, there's a reason why Microsoft wants to buy it so badly. And the reason why, PlayStation, as much as they kind of want to keep it on the platform, they are starting to focus kind of in the VR realm of things too. So, yeah, it's like what this program should be. And this is probably my main point that I'd like to make about all this, the partnership stuff. And I'm talking about partnerships on everything, whether it's a 2K, whether it's an EA, whether it's a Rockstar, whether it's a Capcom, whether it's a PlayStation, an Xbox, so whatever. You guys should be working with smaller content creators. I am still basically a smaller content creator. I've been doing this for a long time. I've seen a lot of programs come and a lot of programs go. I have also seen like PlayStation Underground was a great example of like, hey, if you come through and do stuff with us, we'll send you demo discs. That was very cool because it got everybody's hands on with the product before, the game got pushed out. I kind of miss those days, but at the same time, I feel like we have those days, but even tenfold, because we have betas and we have demos and we have, early access trials. For the most part, you can kind of get hands on with stuff, but there's always a ton of titles that come out, like a Street Fighter 6, like a Resident Evil 4, probably Final Fantasy 16. There's going to be early access codes to these games that get pushed out, and the only people that get early access to it, and I've been talking about this for years at this point, the only ones that get access to it are the ones that have the big numbers, because that's going to be the most eyes getting put on them and everything. But what it does is it makes it so it kind of makes it harder for the smaller content creators to get their foot in the door. So what this program should be doing is saying, okay, if you are a smaller content creator, come and sign up with PlayStation, and then we will give you a line of communication with these companies, so you can end up getting onto their mailing list of like early access for a title. So then you can end up helping your channel grow. If your profile is big enough, if you have a 50 platinum trophies or something, you show that you are really dedicated to the PlayStation platform, then we want to help you out if you are aspiring content creator. Because I can tell you right now, that would still be kind of a smaller group of people. The ones that play a lot of games and also make content and do coverage on games is not as big as you think. Everybody's like, oh, everybody makes videos nowadays. Not really. They don't stick with it. If your channel is like more, this could be another one too. If your channel is more than 3 years old, let's say, or 2 years old, well, 3 years old, because 2020 was a big boom for content creation because everybody was, stuck at home and all that. So everybody bought computers and they bought PlayStations, and then they sold them off afterwards, some of them, and then other people, they actually started making more content. And now we're starting to see that, the 2020 rush of content creators. Some people have stuck with it. Other people have just given it up and gone back to their day to day. What we really should be seeing out of this program is way more smaller creators and not celebrities. That's what's really making me just kind of just frustrated. I'm not angry. I'm just frustrated with seeing once again another program that's catering to people with giant fan bases instead of helping out the smaller content creators. It sucks to see that happening again and again and again and again. Every company just wants to cater to big number people. Well, how in the hell did those people get their big numbers? They were just first. They were there first. If you make something that goes viral, yes, you can blow up, but then you have to keep going at it. And that's where I'm like, okay, content creators are a dime a dozen nowadays. No, they're really not still, because a lot of people will not keep up with it. And that's where the whole like, oh, this person blew up for a month, they're gone the next month. Again, though, this program could really help out those ones that are just barely either just starting to blow up or that are trying to get their foot in the door of just like, okay, who do I talk to? There's so many people that ask that question, who do I talk to? And they have no idea. You have marketing team, you have PR, people that you can possibly slide into their DMs. But again, if your numbers aren't big enough, they're going to be like, well, where does this get us as the marketing team? The thing of it is, though, is if you have, and this is why I keep stressing the most about this stuff. If you have your smaller content creators that blow up big because of a certain company, they're going to be loyal to that company. Like if Capcom gave you early access to Resident Evil 4 Remake, let's say, or Ubisoft gives you early access to Assassin's Creed Mirage, it's going to be like, okay, they worked with me. Awesome. I want to work with them more now, because this was beneficial on both sides. As being a smaller content creator, I just got a ton of eyes because I'm one of the first people to have this footage up on a channel. And that's where the whole thing of like, if somebody's already established, they're going to have eyes on their channel no matter what. Give the smaller guy a chance at that point. So, this program, I see what they're going for to try and push PlayStation out there, but in all honesty, like the PlayStation is doing so good of having so many games on it, they don't need to do this. They should be focusing on smaller content creators. They do not need celebrities. If anything, the celebrities are going to say something stupid that people in the gaming space do not agree with, and it's going to blow back up in their face from that. Like we've seen that with just the first name that they're bringing up on this list and that they're trying to spotlight. So yeah, my thoughts overall on this is just like, it's fine to see them trying to create a program. It's just, know where your viewer base really truly is. Celebrities are not the true viewer base anymore. It's really content creators. There's a reason why people they seek out different channels of like a Digital Foundry, of a No Clip, of a I'm trying to think of like all these, let's say like a Maximilian dude in the FGC, or a Like a Doctor Disrespect for Call of Duty stuff and everything. Like, all these names that that are starting to become like household names. Mr. Beast or whatever. I don't watch his content, but I heard his name so many times because he is already established. He is already huge. I don't know. I don't know. It's just, like I said, it's frustrating to see that the smaller content creators are once again just getting overlooked. So, anyways, go check out the rest of the YouTube channel after you like and subscribe and share this and everything. So yeah, we'll see what happens with this program. If they're just going celebrities, it's probably just going to become an afterthought. But we'll see who else pops up on the list for PlayMakers, or what is it, PlayStation PlayMakers? Yeah, we'll see who else becomes a playmaker in the future here, and be on the lookout for the upcoming State of Play. It's a bunch of rumors out, so it's most likely going to happen very soon with first party games going to be showing off. Don't ask me when it's happening. I don't know. We just know it's going to be happening very soon, most likely around like the E3 ish timeline, which is probably, it's like, I can't remember if E3 was April or June, but I think it's June if I remember. It's been a few years since we've had E3, so do I remember exactly? I know that Summer Games Fest is also coming up, so we're gonna have a ton of Let's Talk content coming up on the channel. So like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, all the YouTubey thingies, and yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by, and as always, I will see you next time.